Hello everyone. Welcome once again to Learn Mathematics. This is Rekha Chabra, your maths teacher. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe this channel and keep learning mathematics through my YouTube videos. So, we have completed chapter number 7, integrals, and today let's do a revision of this chapter based on all the topics that we have covered in indefinite integrals and definite integrals. Basically, what is an integration? Integration is the inverse process of differentiation. In the differential calculus, we find the derivative or we call it as differential of the given function, but in integral calculus, we find the antiderivative of the given function. If we talk geometrically, then indefinite integrals tells us about the family of curves and definite integrals tells us about area under the curve. Let's take few questions of miscellaneous exercise. First question, 1 upon x minus x cube. So, first of all, x common and we can write down as 1 minus x square. And we can write it as 1 square minus x square. And then if you look at the table of partial fractions, how can we use those partial fractions? We can write down as 1 upon x into 1 minus x into 1 plus x as a upon x plus b upon 1 minus x plus c upon 1 plus x. Now let's take the LCM, get the value, do the comparison, get the values of a, b and c. Now put these values here in equation number 1 and then integrate and get the answer. Question number 4, here we are multiplying and dividing by x raised to the power minus 3. We'll get this thing. We're taking this term in the numerator. The power will be negative minus 3 by 4 and then we are bringing this x raised to the power minus 3 down in the denominator. X power 4 plus 1 minus 3 by 4 and x power minus 3 will come in the denominator, so it will be x power 5 and x raised to the power minus 3 and then we are multiplying and dividing by 4. Why are we doing this? So that we make the same power in the numerator and denominator. Now we can take 1 upon x raised to the power 5 outside and we can take their combined power minus 3 by 4. Now we are splitting it, then we are applying substitution method and then we are integrating. This is very simple. You know very well how to do. Question number 7, sin x upon sin of x minus a. We are assuming x minus a as t. Dx is equal to dt, right? Derivative, and we'll take the derivative. Dx is equal to dt. A is the constant, it will be 0. Now what is x? X is t plus a. We can write down as x equal to t plus a. So it will be sine of t plus a upon sine of x minus a. X minus a is t only. Now we are using sine a plus b, property of a plus b, that is sine a cos b plus cos a sine b. Now if we split it, sine t will be cancelled and cos a plus cos t upon sine t is cot a and sine a. Now let's integrate. You know very well how to integrate these functions. Now here again partial fraction, it's clearly visible. In the denominator we have quadratic which cannot be factorized further, so we have to assume it like this: ax plus b upon x square plus 1 and here cx plus d upon x square plus 4, where a, b, c, d are some constants. Now take the LCM, open it, do the comparison, solve the equations and get the values of a, b, c and d. Now put these values of a, b, c and d in this equation. And then a is 0, so ax plus b means b. What is b? 1 by 3. 1 by 3 into x square plus 1. Then cx plus d. C is 0, so d is minus 1 by 3 x square plus 4. And after that, integrate these terms. Question number 24, here under root x square plus 1 upon x power 4. We are writing separately and then this term as it is. Now here log m minus log n. We are using log m minus log n, which is log m by n. Splitting it 1 plus 1 upon x square. Now here we are splitting x power 4 as x cube into x. And x cube we are writing outside and this x we can write down as under root x square plus 1 upon x square here in the root. Then we are splitting here inside the root also. We are applying the substitution method and we are getting this function. Now this is product of two functions, right? T and log t. So what is applicable? By parts. Now we'll apply this by parts by using this law I laid. Now according to this L, log function will be the first function. So first integral of second minus integral of derivative of first into integral of second, like this. Now after that log t as it is, t, what is the integral? Power 3 by 2, 1 by 2 plus 1, 3 by 2, and minus derivative of log t is 1 by t, and then again integral of this is t raised to the power 3 by 2 upon 3 by 2, and then solve it and then put the value of t back. What was t? T was 1 upon, what we assumed, t as 1 plus 1 upon x square. So we have written 1 plus 1 upon x square here and here as well. Question number 27. Cos square x upon cos square x plus 4 sin square x. First of all, we are splitting this sin square x. We are writing 1 minus cos square x. Opening the bracket. Then what are we doing? We are multiplying and dividing by minus 3. Minus 3 we are multiplying with and we are dividing also. Right? Now this is minus 3 cos square x. Now we are adding and adding and subtracting 4. Now 0 to pi by 2 we are splitting it. This is 4 in the denominator. It is equal to 4 minus 3 cos square x. Right. So 4 minus 3 cos square x upon 4 minus 3 cos square x cancel and 1. And here minus 4 upon 4 minus 3 cos square x, 1 this minus and 1 this minus, it will be plus 1 by 3, 4 upon 4 minus 3 cos square x. Right. So here what are we doing now? Again multiplying all the terms with sec square x. So here is 4 sec square x, here also 4 sec square x, minus 3 cos square x into sec square x will be cancelled, so minus 3. After that minus 1 by 3, what is the integral of 1? Integral of 1 is x. So powers, limits pi by 2, 0 to pi by 2 will apply those limits, 1 by 3, 4 sec square x, and sec square x we are writing as 1 plus tan square x, right? And then this cancel, minus pi by 6 plus 2 by 3. How are we getting 2 by 3? We have taken 2 from here. So 2 by 3 and 2 sec square x upon 1 plus 4 tan square x, because when we'll open it, it will be 4 plus 4 tan square x minus 3, right? So 4 minus 3, that is 1. 1 plus 4 tan square x. Now we are applying substitution. 2 tan x is equal to t. So 2 sec square x dx is equal to dt. Change the limits also. Apply those limits. 0 to infinity dt upon 1 plus t square is tan inverse t. Infinity minus tan inverse 0. So it is pi by 2. Therefore from 1 we can say minus pi by 6 plus 2 by 3 into pi by 2. This is the final answer. Question number 36 here. Minus 1 to 1 x raised to the power 17 and cos power 4x dx. Now let the function fx be x raised to the power 17 cos power 4x. Now let's check whether it is even function or odd function. So f of minus x, let's replace x with minus x. So here we will get cos power 4x only, because cos minus theta is cos theta. And here power 17, so definitely we'll have minus of fx. It means this is an odd function, and when we have odd function, if you remember the property, student, this is equal to 0, and that's what we wanted to prove, so this is proved. 39 question, sin inverse x dx is equal to pi by 2 minus 1. So here we can take 1 into 1 and we can apply by parts. First function I late, so inverse trigonometric functions. So first as it is, integral of second will be x minus integral of derivative of first into integral of second. Now solve it, apply the substitution method, change the limits, take the integral, apply the limits, and answer. We are able to prove pi by 2 minus 1. 43, f of a plus b minus x is equal to fx, then a to b x fx dx is equal to what? So first of all, a to b x fx dx. We are applying this property a plus b minus x means lower limit plus upper limit minus variable. So a plus b minus x instead of x, and f of x means f of a plus b minus x. Right? This thing is okay till here. Now this thing f of a plus b minus x is given as fx in the question only. So we'll write fx here. Now after that, using 1, this thing, see here, how can we write it? We can write down as, if we open the bracket, a plus b. See, if we open the bracket, we can write down this thing as a to b afx plus a to b bfx minus a to b xfx. And a minus a to b xfx is what? This is I only. Right? This is I only. So minus I. And here we can combining these two terms and we are writing a plus b, a to b fx. Right? Now taking this I to left side, I plus I, a plus b, lower limit a, upper limit b, fx dx. 2i is equal to this thing, taking 2 here, a plus b upon 2, a to b fx dx. What is the answer? D. D is the right answer. So now students, I would request you to please try miscellaneous exercise yourself, rest of the question. There is only question number 40 that you can exclude because that belongs to limit as a sum. So that is not in our syllabus now. Thank you very much for watching the video. Please try the questions yourself and don't forget to post the comment in the comment box. Thank you very much.